everybody, Zombie here. So today we got the verdict back from the Rittenhouse trial, and it was not guilty on all counts, which of course is the proper decision. This was a clear-cut case of self-defense. It should have never even been prosecuted, quite honestly. And not only was he unjustly prosecuted, the prosecutor used some really dirty, shady tricks that need to be investigated. If that happens or not, you know, who the hell knows? I suspect it won't. However, there's been prosecutors brought up on charges and disbarred for less than what this Binger character and his large accomplice did during this trial. What they did with bringing up his right, you know, that he remained silent when the police initially interrogated him, that's a protected right. That should have never been brought up. That's why the judge ripped his ass numerous times during the trial about it.
Why would you think that that made it okay for you, without any advance notice, to bring this matter before the jury? I was astonished when you began your examination by commenting on the defendant's post-arrest silence. That's basic law. It's been basic law in this country for 40 years, 50 years. I have no idea why you would do something like that. And it gives, well, I'll leave it at that. So I don't know what you're up to.
You had this less than stellar human being, Gage Groyschek, who they tried to make out to be some saint.
With your arms up in the air, he never fired, right?
Correct.
It wasn't until you pointed your gun at him, advanced on him, with your gun, now your hands down, pointed at him, that he fired, right?
Correct. You had...
Which, incidentally, he got a DUI in 2020, in October, I think it was. I might be off by a month or two, but and he had a blood alcohol content level of 0.212. And what's interesting about that is, I think it was like a few days before the trial started, magically the charges got dismissed. Weird. It was almost like the prosecution didn't want their star witness being tainted with a DUI arrest. So, yeah, that needs to be looked at. If that'll ever happen or not, that's another thing altogether. As far as how this goes with self-defense law moving forward, this is a great precedent. You know, it's the proper precedent to set that if you're attacked, you're allowed to defend yourself. Just because you go out there and wear a Black Lives Matter shirt or whatever the hell, that doesn't mean, oh, all of a sudden you're protected and you can just break any law you want. And then when somebody who doesn't totally agree with your views goes out there, that's not licensed for you to fucking attack them. And if you do attack somebody in this country, you're probably going to get shot. That's what this trial, what the real message of this verdict is. So some people online are like, oh, it's open season on protesters. No. It just reaffirms your right to self-defense, which has always been there. You cannot just go, now if Kyle Rittenhouse went out there and just started fucking shooting people for shits and giggles or because he disagreed with him, that's a mass shooter, that's a murderer. I think everybody could agree with that. That's not what happened. It's obvious that's not what happened. I'm not going to go through the whole scenario again, you all know it. But what does need to be investigated is this magical FBI footage that just fucking showed up right as the trial was going, of the drone footage. Where the fuck did that come from? Why the hell was the FBI there? What the fuck were they doing? Why was that drone, why did it deploy in the perfect spot to watch Kyle ventilate the convicted pedophile Rosenbaum? These questions need to, you know, it just seems like every messed up thing that goes on in this country, the fucking FBI is attached to. You know, that psycho who shot up the Parkland school, the FBI had contact with that idiot and did nothing. And then he magically shoots up a school. You know, the jihadists in Texas, you know, that the FBI informant, you know, or agent or whoever the fuck it was, knew that was going to, in Garland, Texas, I believe, knew the shooting was going to happen but didn't warn anybody. The FBI is lost all credibility. I mean, on top of the bullshit they pulled with Trump, but that's a separate video. So, I want to know what the hell they were doing in Kenosha that night. You know, probably I'll never get an answer to that, and if they did answer, it'd be bullshit anyway, but I'd sure like to know what was going on. But, you know what, that's, all the negativity aside, it's a great day for Second Amendment advocates. It's a great day for those of us who believe in the right to self-defense. And most importantly, it's a great day for Kyle Rittenhouse, who got his life back today. And it could have gone the other way. You know, if he would have been found guilty on any charge, it would have been a minimum 15 years in prison. Minimum. A judge would have had no say. So, thank God the jury saw it the right way. And, you know, as a firearms instructor, I wanna show that I don't have any animosity towards the corrupt prosecutor Binger there in Kenosha. So I'm going to give you some free, I usually charge for these lessons, but I'm going to give you some free firearm safety lessons today. Okay, it's called the 3 Rules of Firearm Safety, okay? Number 1, never point a weapon at something you don't intend to destroy or kill. Okay, that's number 1. So apparently you decided you want to kill a jury. All right. Number 2, never put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to fire. So I guess you're ready to fire on the jury. And number 3, never load a firearm until it's ready for use. Now I know somebody else checked that AR before you got it, so thank God there was no live rounds in there, because I'm sure you would have fired them off, because you're completely incompetent when it comes to firearms. I'm not a lawyer, but you seem to really suck as a prosecutor too. And I really hope you get investigated and disbarred. That would be great. So, hey, Kyle Rittenhouse, not guilty, all counts. Great news for all of us. Zombie out.